I'd take 3 Super Bowls, played in 4, in a championship game. I'd take that all day long to be in salary cap hell right now and not win a division and rebuild. Who wouldn't take that? Would you take that, Z?
Totally. I mean,
yes,
Super Bowls
but here's the problem, though. Bill Belichick says that, and everybody thinks that he's making excuses. He's just telling you the truth. He's damned if he do, damned if he don't, right? If he says it, look, Bill, you're bad. And if he doesn't say anything, he's saying Bill, he's always just, I mean, like, you can't win.
Key, that's why external expectations are different than internal expectations. And granted, I think externally there is so much around this Pats team as it relates to expectations about what is Cam going to do. I don't think internally, obviously they always want to win championships, but I think after guys opting out with COVID, after Cam coming back, I think internally expectations have changed with this team.
There's 8 players as starters that are not on their team because
I understand
they
that.
opted out. And people have to understand that and realize you're not every single year you can't realize, I mean, you can't just assume that a team is going to be the same after 8 guys leaves, the quarterback of 20 years, he's gone, a new guy you sign in a COVID situation at quarterback with no offseason, nothing, comes in and tries to do his best. You have no receiver. You have nothing. Like the cupboard's bare. Like you don't have anything. And he's just explaining to people 5 Super Bowls, 4 Super Bowls. We won 3 of them. We lost 1. And then we go to the AFC Championship game. And y'all trying to kill me because I simply say we don't have any money. We don't have any money. We sold out for 5 years. And I think Mr. Kraft and then Bill Belichick will sell out for another 5 years if they need to.
That's why I said we'd have to change the expectations and change the narrative, right? They're in a rebuilding process, and that's okay considering all the success that this team has had.
That's
okay.
They are no different than any other professional franchise in sports that have great success for long periods of time and then have to shut it down for a short period of time to reboot. Now, whether or not Bill Belichick will be around for that next run as the head coach, who knows? Maybe he will coach well into his 80s or something. I don't know. But right now, they're not a good football team, and it's an opportunity for everyone that want to kick them across the street to do so.
And they may want to kick him across the street. They may want to kick a couple players out here and there. Reboot, rebuild, not words often heard around the Patriots. But obviously, as the fellas have said, these are different times. And for more on that, let's head to the Shell Pennzoil Performance Line to welcome NFL insider Dan Graziano. Dan and all the guys are working the phones. And over the course of the last few years, I can't imagine much of the calls he's taken are on the Patriots being sellers. But Dan, as we approach the deadline today, 4 p.m. Eastern, what are the Pats thinking about doing, and what are the other really big names we need to think about before it hits 4 in the East today?
Well, you look at the Patriots, right? Like, there were a lot of people around the league watching to see what happened to them on Sunday in Buffalo, and the theory being if they lose, which they did, they're 3.5 games out. They don't look like they're a very good team, and would that mean they could potentially sell off pieces at the deadline? You know, Stephon Gilmore has a couple years left on his contract, a very affordable price for an acquiring team. There are teams that are interested in knowing whether he's available, whether they'd move other veteran pieces in their secondary, like one or both of the McCourty twins, whether Joe Thuney, their offensive lineman, who's their franchise player, could be available for a team that needs help there. So definitely a team people are watching throughout the day today in terms of trying to figure out where they stand. And when you hear comments like that from Bill Belichick, it does give you a window into how the Patriots see themselves. If they see themselves as a rebuilding team and they're able to move guys that aren't going to be part of that long-term rebuilding in exchange for picks that are, then they have to consider it. So I'm watching the Patriots pretty closely today to see what they do, if anything. I think, you know, they're not going to just to move. They don't have to clear cap space or cash space. They can sort of recalibrate and go forward starting next year. But if somebody offers them enough for, say, a Stephon Gilmore to make it worth their while, I don't think anybody would be super surprised by a move like that.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus right now.